Hey everybody, welcome back. If you didn't catch the earlier show, John here. What if I could? And joining me is Herb. Herb's over there. Sorry we're a little bit late. Carrie came in the door. She needs some twine to wrap up her raspberry bushes outside. If you didn't catch the earlier show, which ran for what, almost 6 hours,
Yeah.
we're doing another show. I'll see how long this one goes for. Hey Pat, you're the only one in the chat. What's going on? Did you run anybody off? You must have.
Josh is in the chat also.
Oh, Josh is there too. Hey, Josh.
Welcome back,
Uh,
fellers.
it's just weird because they get the same green logo, right? Uh, well, you guys caught the other show. Hoping somebody else, you guys stay and somebody else joins in, but let's finish cutting this hummingbird out, flowers, and then we'll work on the hummingbird itself, and we'll see what it looks like all overlaid on this. Unless you guys got anything to talk about. Oh, so when I went inside earlier, I said, "Oh, so like a pork roast or whatever, sweet and sour, whatever roast she was cooking up." And turns out it was pulled pork she was making. So a couple pulled pork sandwiches.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Oh, I know. And I don't know why. I don't know why she makes mashed potatoes and broccoli, but whatever. I had like three things of broccoli about this big.
You got to have your veggies.
I don't like vegetables. Just give me something else.
Yeah, that's me too. Hello, Jason.
I'll eat vegetables because she gives them to me, but I don't like them. I just don't like vegetables, or I don't like fruit or vegetables. I could eat a bowl of cherries though. Hey Jason,
Hello, Jason.
Hey John, hey Herb.
what are you up to?
Nothing.
Why not?
Drinking beers mostly.
Ah,
I know. I told you.
yeah. There's
Uh,
Christine. So she made two small pork roasts about that big, right?
oh,
And
nice.
in the crock pot and then put whatever sauce and stuff in there and then pulled them all apart. And I can only eat two sandwiches, but they're stacked like probably an inch thick.
It all fell apart nice.
What's that? Yeah,
They all fall apart nice.
yeah,
Yeah.
because she cooks them for about 3 or 4 hours. So
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, if they're in the crock pot, they're gonna be good.
yep.
Yeah. So our chicken today, we did 3 chicken breasts, and it took about 6 hours. 225 degrees Fahrenheit, and just let them go well and slow. I love cooking on a smoker. I do it like every week, if not twice a week. I cook on the smoker.
Do they get expensive in pellets? Like use pellets or wood?
All right. So the nice thing is, mine is a box style upright cabinet looking smoker, but they give you a wood tray, and I actually use
Yeah.
pellets because I can buy a 20-pound bag for less than $20.
Yeah, I found that
So,
pellets actually. I found that pellets last longer and they smoke. They burn. They
and
burn
they smoke
hotter,
more
but they last longer.
because they actually burn themselves. If they start their own fire in there, and yeah, it works perfectly. I love pellets.
Must be all that extra glue they put in them though, as it gives it that flavor.
I mean, maybe, but I don't think. No, I've been pretty happy with most of the brands that I've been using. Pellets are the way to go. I prefer pellets over wood chips now. By
Yeah,
by all means.
you got to get one of them automatic feeders though. So much better.
Jason Richloff's in the chat, and so is Haim. Welcome back,
Hey,
fellas.
welcome back, Haim and Jason.
Jason, Haim.
I have Subway. Ugh. I eat Subway only when I'm out of town, when I have to, when the other guys want it. I won't eat there at all.
And Pat, hi. Sorry, I wasn't ignoring you.
Yeah, Jason, your camera seems to be echoing. I don't know why.
Well, I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
Somebody playing video games.
Oh, because you
No,
got
my
shit
son probably
in.
is. My son's probably playing video games. That's why I'm echoing.
Oh.
No, but I am only on a Google Chrome, whatever these are, laptop, and cheap Amazon camera. So
Yeah.
you're gonna get what you're gonna get for now.
That's all I got too, though.
Oh, this is a Chromebook. That's what it is.
Oh, okay.
No, it seems okay though, and it does everything I want to do. But I bought it for my son for school, and then now he's not using it because we bought a bigger, better computer, and now he wants to use that instead of this one. So I'm not going to let stuff go to waste. It's brand new. I want to use it. I'll use it.
That's when you say tough. I had to use a pen and paper growing up. I had to go to the library and open up an encyclopedia to look up stuff. We didn't have Google.
Really?
Go use
See, we had to learn like crappy IBM computers and put a floppy disk in so that I could play, like the one game that had Finding Carmen Sandiego and
Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
remember that show too? They did that song. That's fine.
I don't remember it at all. I never watched it.
Yeah. So are you doing Scrollpalooza? What's happening?
Nothing. I'm just scrolling. I'm just working on this hummingbird.
So I did my buddy's tires.
Well, yeah, it's pretty crappy that Shay actually went on to Scroll Saw, but didn't come on our show.
Yeah, you guys would have loved to watch me do my buddy's tires.
Why?
No, it was hard work. So he's got Polaris RCR 900. It's a side by side, and we wanted to. He's got a little $30 Harbor Freight tire changer, and now I need to put dismount and mount brand new tires on his rims. And we added 2-inch spacers too at the same time. Anyways, yeah, that was a lot of work. But I got it done, and now I'm here with you. And that was the long story short.
Cool.
Yeah, I know. I amazed you, didn't I, John? So we could try out my other camera, though. I love that hummingbird, though. I actually think I want that pattern. Karen was looking at it earlier and with her friend and stuff, and they really like that hummingbird that you're cutting out.
Sorry, I missed that. What was it? Karen what?
What?
Karen what? I missed that.
No, they were. Her and her friend were watching your video earlier when you started on it,
Oh,
and
and they want you to cut one.
yeah, they actually think it's really good. They like that pattern.
They want you to cut one.
Yeah. So now I gotta buy a pattern from them.
Buy a pattern. This is a Google search, man.
Yeah, Google search or try making your own.
Quite a ways though, still, isn't it, Herb?
Do what?
So that camera's still quite a ways away, isn't it?
Yeah.
I know, I'm trying. It's kind of like all I have at the moment.
It'll take a while to figure it out.
Hey, Larry. Yeah, I saw it. How many did you cut? I see 4 in the picture. So Larry's back scrolling now. Hey, Larry, look, I'm doing a hummingbird for you, and you weren't even here earlier.
Wait, Larry, I want your car patterns. Was that Larry? Or who was that?
What?
Larry.
Car,
I want your
car
car
pattern.
pattern. Yeah.
Car patterns. That was Lee.
Oh, that was Lee. That's right. You're right. Is that any better, Herb?
That's doable.
You want me to ruin something? I could try. Chicken says that.
He said that's a bolt this pattern. I cut 4.
A boat helper. Isn't that a bone swing? It's Botus Helder.
I know who he's talking about.
What's that?
I said I know who he's talking about.
No, he's talking about the
Jason
boat
said-
helper.
Jason Richelaw said, John C., so cool bird.
Thanks, Jason.
Okay, I ain't watching this and I ain't watching it again. Let's slide you up to the top. Ah, there we go. Now I can see.
I'm just waiting for this to snap on me. I can sense it's gonna snap on me. I just know it.
You feel it, huh?
Yep. I think I'll have fun coloring this one though.
Larry said he finally decided to do something.
What's good, Larry?
Jason dang, I can't even talk. Jason Richelaw, diggy hole, diggy hole, scroll saw, diggy hole, scroll saw, diggy hole, scroll saw, diggy hole. Hi ho, we're off to diggy hole, John. I didn't realize Russ hated that song.
That damn neck, eh?
I wanted to sing it, but Sam was behind me. Oh, that's a good smoothie. Jason, Larry's got a question for you, John. He said, John, can you please send me a copy of this pattern, please?
No, but I can send you the link where I found the picture at. Maybe. Let me see if I can find this picture then again.
Was it just from Photo Stock or
Shutterstock.
Pixabay or?
Shutterstock. It is.
I had to write that down myself.
Here, guys. I'll read. I'll send the link that has the actual picture in it, so you can have that one.
Larry says, I think I'm going to have to do small stuff right now. And then he says, beautiful pattern.
Not my pattern. Just saying. Okay. They're from. There you go. Go to that link. That's where I got her from.
Thanks for putting a link in the chat, John.
Can't hear them. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
No.
You sound better.
No? Does that sound different?
Yeah, you sound like you have a microphone on now.
I kind of do. So, my scroll song tonight is based on lines are just a suggestion,
Isn't that your motto?
typically. Hey, you can't make it your own unless you make it your own, you know?
But it's not your own when it's somebody else's.
It's mine. I'm cutting it out.
Is that all one piece? Or did you just restack them together?
Oh, it's all one piece. I have one more cut and I can show you the finish.
So it's a spiral cut then, right?
No. This cut will definitely be flat blade because it's a long.
I meant all your other pieces. So they're all individuals. You're making a bowl, right?
Basket that
Yeah,
bolster.
yeah,
Yeah. They don't hold water.
I understand that, but when I saw it in your hand, it looked like it was a spiral piece, a spiral cut, not a individuals.
It's actually individuals.
I know, but the way you were holding it, it looked like a spiral cut,
Thank you.
like like a drop bowl. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, I like spiral fries and stuff too.
yeah.
But yeah,
And Larry's telling you thank you, John.
why is this?
Not a problem. It's just on how you use Google.
Yep. Yeah, there's a lot of websites out there that you can use. Man, somebody just threw a rod. I was saying there's a lot of places you can get free pictures that
Well,
they'll let you use if you
yeah,
look for them.
exactly. And the thing is, most of the ones that I mean, like these ones, for example, if you read it, it says coloring pages. So they're go to Dollar Tree and just pick up a coloring book. Instant scroll saw pages.
Yeah. God, I just said her name a few minutes ago, and I can't think of it now. She always used adult coloring book pages.
Ugh, I can't remember.
Curie Epler.
Cherie?
Yeah.
Yeah. I still have one of her Christmas tree scenes that I've still never cut.
Yeah, you can get those adult coloring books, Walmart, Dollar Tree, Dollar Store, Dollar General.
The adult ones
Yeah,
with all the
the
bad
adult
ones
ones
that are
have
hidden more.
more pictures, you know, would make good scroll sawing patterns than the kid ones because most of them are either cartoon characters, if that's what you want to do.
I used to in school. I used to take my dad's magazines, and I would put a clear template over it, draw out like the outline and stuff like that, right? Like of the body, and I would tape it to the screen. And I can't remember what program we would use, but I would actually put it onto the screen of the computer by using the clear template.
Yeah,
And I got in so much trouble for that all the time. It was almost like an eye paint pattern, like a MS Paint, I think it was,
oh
in
yeah.
school. Maybe it was Print Shop. Oh, do you remember Print Shop? Print Shop was cool too.
You know, we went through some stuff and I came across one of those discs.
Was it a 5 1/4 or 3.5? I think one of the bigger floppies.
Yeah. Well, I can't use this one no more.
You'd be surprised. You can still find adapters for them. But the operating systems are so far advanced now, I probably wouldn't be able to read it though.
No. We had one of the first Adobe Photoshops that her dad had, and then she ended up with it when he passed away. It won't work on these computers. Won't even read it. You have 7 people watching. If you got any comments or questions, please throw them in the chat. We'll Google them to the best of our ability, and we appreciate you. Man, I made a whole nickel today.
A whole nickel.
Yeah, I made 2.5 cents earlier, and I just made another 2.5 cents for the commercial.
And now you're making sense. I mean, I don't get it.
Well, I work for a tightwad. He's stingy with his money.
Is that one that way?
The other show I work for, they only pay me in pence. Much better. Oh, yeah, I done got myself spoilt to all these dark screens.
Yeah, so I've got to sand and clean and then glue it all together. Kind of gives you the idea.
Sand and clean. I thought you were using those awesome fat blades that you don't have to sand with.
No, I mean the tops where I use my
Your clear
my
tape.
my spray glue and my tape. Yeah. So I'm gonna have to clean that all off now, and then glue it all together. But then we'll have a nice little basket.
Something to put your grapes in.
I don't even know where the camera is, but yeah.
It looks good.
Yeah, cool little piece. I like doing them. They're fun. And you can make them out of scraps. I mean, so the widest point of this whole bowl, and it was all flat and cut inside everywhere, is this one was 5.5 inches. That's all it took for a piece of wood, 5.5 inches.
Yep. So when's Miss Karen getting on the scroll saw?
She does every once in a while, but she does more design than she does scroll sawing. She does a lot of design though for me. She comes up with a lot of great projects for us.
Well, that's good. Teamwork. Jason Richloff said, Jason, that's so cool. Bow.
Can I? Yeah. Well, they said the microphone was different.
Well, you sound muffled with those.
I know. I can't hear myself with the headphones. But do I sound different or is it the same?
No, you sound different again. You don't need to hear yourself with the headphones on.
I hate the headphones though because I can't hear anything else. I actually hear like the sea when I'm wearing the headphones. I hear the ocean.
Well, who else?
But yeah, so how I do those. So, anyways, pretty simple. I gotta go check the chickens. I'll be right back, folks.
Don't drown them.
Oh, I'm definitely glad I decided to cut these out now
Oh, excuse me.
rather than
Jason
after.
Richloff said, last year I made a Father's Day eagle in the sun. See, Jason, if you had a camera, you could get on here and show you pictures.
Yeah, Jason.
Let me tell you, raspberry smoothie and butterscotch don't taste too good.
What's that? What's that, Herb?
Butterscotch and a raspberry smoothie don't taste good together. Oh,
Could be worse. Could be lingonberry or gooseberry. Oh,
no. Or it could be dragon's breath.
dragon fruit. I love dragon fruit. It's hard to find here, though.
I guess this will be my dinner for tonight.
was that?
I said, I guess this is gonna be my dinner for the night.
She didn't cook you dinner.
No,
Oh. Put her on the camera.
no, we didn't. We didn't decided this week is gonna be fend for yourself and sandwiches.
Fend for yourself.
Yep.
I don't like those meals. I usually end up with hot dogs. Raw hot dogs.
Well, I got hot links in there. I got bologna. There's
Oh,
ham,
Yeah. That's
cheese, chicken salad, pimento
Ser-
cheese.
cereal.
No, I'm trying to watch what I eat before I get this A1C down with all this surgery. Of course, all last week, that's all we had was junk food. But that's what you eat when you're on the road.
That was supposed to be Slim Jims and Mountain Dew.
Yeah, I had a few of them too.
Yeah, no, I can't cut with the microphone. Now I don't want to make a noise there, so I'm going to mute again.
Okay.
Nobody needs to listen to me make noise. That's what we got paid for.
Excuse me. And the chat is quiet again.
I see that. 8 people watching though.
Come on, people, y'all start chatting. I know y'all don't want to hear me start singing. La 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 la. La 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 la.
Yeah, it says, Siri said that, we're actually recording, but Yeah, we're 3/4 inch on these pieces, and this pattern was for 3/8. So I was trying to make it a little thicker and bigger, but
Well, it's
we'll
the
see what
earth that makes it look bigger, though, right?
it's earth to do.
Oh lordy.
Measure from the base. It'll be as big as you need it to be.
Yeah, I'm just doing a couple of simple things at the moment. I do have a few other patterns sitting here. Do a little more complex, but I wanted to finish off a couple of these patterns first, that I had sitting here ready to go. I typically don't get online and show you guys what I'm doing, so I wanted to make sure I was kind of set up and wanted to see if everything was going to work okay. And tonight is, especially with these goals, the one thing I can tell anybody that's watching is wanting to try to do these and stuff. The hold on, let me switch the camera. So, what looks better? These bowls are so simple though. Anybody wants to do these baskets, they're stacked bowls. As big around as you want the bowl is all it takes for wood. And all you do is turn them, sitting them on the notches on top of themselves, and you build a basket or a bowl. And it's really cost efficient, simple, but it really teaches you how to chase your lines because you have to go around and around and around and around and around.
Hey, Jason.
But this is also why I have always said, though, with doing these bowls, you don't have to be perfect. This is handmade stuff that we're making. And with chasing these bowls, chasing these long, slopey lines, it's okay to fall off here and there. It's because you don't see it in the end. It makes up for itself. So it's a great learning pattern. And that's what I said earlier, that sometimes it depends on the project, but something like this, like I want my outside line, my lid, to be nice and tight. But everything else, the lines are just there for a suggestion. That's going to give you your pattern in the end. And I think John's done a lot of projects like that though too, right?
No, I did one.
One?
I did one bowl like that. That was it.
No, but I mean other projects so that the one is like just a suggestion. Like it's okay if you go off one way or the other. Sometimes it doesn't.
Nope. I stay on my lines all the time. Always.
Mr. Perfect, here we are.
Hey, Jason. Do you want your own show or what? I can put
No,
you on big. I can put you on big if you
no,
want your own
no, no, please don't. I'll shut my camera off.
show.
Go ahead, John.
No, it's fine. Because Jason, I'm just making fun of you, buddy. You got a lot of valid points, though. It's true. Like you don't have to stay on the line. You make it whatever you want to make it.
Oh,
I was just trying to state some simple facts for some people that may be starting off or new at this and trying or struggling while doing it. That it's everything that you make is okay. I mean, just keep going. Always keep going. That's all I was trying to make as a point. So yeah, I'm sorry. It is your show, John. I'm sorry.
So what
yeah,
you're
you
saying
just
is,
give me a hard time.
so what you're saying is, keep on scrolling, keep on scrolling, keep on scrolling,
Scrolling. John's not scrolling.
keep on
Scroll
scrolling,
on.
keep on scrolling, keep on scrolling.
Scrolling. Nobody's scrolling.
Now I gotta watch friggin' Finding Nemo.
Oh God.
Why you gotta watch Nemo?
Here's like
Just
Dory.
Dory. Just Dory.
See? Baby likes Dory.
Dory's just a stupid fish.
No, she's just lost. She's not stupid. She's just not smart. So my packing tape does give a glare, though. I did notice that.
What's that? Who?
My packing tape gives a glare.
Stop using that stuff then.
I don't even know if you guys can see anything I'm cutting. Probably better off. Maybe when I make mistakes, you guys don't point it out.
When they point out mistakes that I make?
Oh, we don't do that to your face.
You guys are lucky you're not in the area. Do you know how off the rails shows would go if there was like two people in the same town all the time in the same show?
It would be boring.
Well, we ever had
I don't know. I don't know because like honestly, if I lived in the same town as you guys, like, because I do a lot of driving, right? So it wouldn't bother me to live like in the middle of you guys down in Texas, and just show up your freaking doorstep and go, I freaking heard what you said, Herb.
I heard what you said about me.
And then head over to Ross's house, and then head over to freaking Wes's house.
Dude, I can't believe you gave me a thumbs down.
What?
Can't believe you gave me a thumbs down. You know? Like,
Another one? Oh.
I have more haters. I have more haters than likes. I mean, I don't know what's going on.
Well,
Now.
what?
Drink?
Did it happen?
Drink?
But look, same spot. I'm
Same
not even-
spot?
Yeah,
It's up high, right?
it's way up high.
Yeah, you got to
It's, right,
detect
it's right at the end of the blades, like where the blade spiral stops at.
Yeah, you got some defective blades.
Yeah, something's going on. That was like they're stamped in or something up there.
Yeah, see, because that's where it broke, and this is where I'm cutting. That makes no sense at
Maybe-
all.
Too much tension?
What's that?
Too much tension?
No. No, because it technically it should break where the friction is at, where all the heat's being
Yeah,
caused from.
yeah.
Not up at the top.
Yeah, they probably did a lot of twisting while it was hot.
That's
It
weird.
cooled down and still twisted it.
But I like these blades. I don't want them to start screwing on me.
Is that your where are they? The penguin?
My penguin goals, yeah.
All right. I think I'm
Okay, I've had enough of it. Yeah, it seemed like the cat just completely stopped. It says you have 6 people watching. Four up, one down. There's some lurkers out there. Yeah, I think that's going to look good, Zach.
What's that?
I said, I think that's going to look really awesome, Stack.
Nice. It's just an idea I had.
Are you going to put any coloring on
Yeah,
the
I
bird
think I'll.
itself?
So on the first layer, the base layer, I'm gonna color in between like where the flowers are, on the bottom, just like pink and white almost. So like the like cherry blossoms almost, and then the on the second layer, I'll color the the inside, the pistil stamen area. I'll color those. I'll color the green for the leaves and stuff and the vines on the second layer, and then I'll color the second. I'll color the second layer of the hummingbird, second layer, so that it shows through on the top layer, the third layer.
Yeah, that'll really look good.
So I'll get to pull out my crayons tomorrow and I get the color.
Oh boy, can we
It
come watch?
Doesn't have to be inside the lines either, because look covered.
Oh boy, we get the color.
So we can play picture pages, lots of fun with picture pages. Lots of fun with crayons and pencils. Remember that show?
Yeah,
That was Bill Cosby.
You kind of lost me on that one.
Bill Cosby used to have a show on TV called Picture Pages, and you'd be able to buy a book and a magic pen and color at home while he was coloring on the screen. And he used to do numbers and colors and shapes and animals. Back when everybody loved Bill Cosby.
yeah. The older it seemed like the older he got, the creepier he got.
Yeah. Could you imagine how much one of those original Picture Pages books is worth nowadays, though?
Holy moly!
I've gone to the flea market and seen the price of the Little People sets I used to have. The barn and the barn when you doors, the doors moved, right? And
Yeah.
the garage with the spin around down system and the car wash in the bottom with the little foam brush that you used to dip in water wash your cars with.
Yeah, and that little bitty dog.
Yeah, the dog with the
Yeah,
stupid
that-
ears. I used to
yeah.
pull those ears off all the time. I know the
That's
last time I seen
upward to-
the last time I seen one of those dogs, I think it was $65 just for the dog.
Yeah, the whole set you looking over $1,000 just for the little
Yep.
people.
Yep. But had you kept it when you were a kid, it'd be worth money now.
Yeah, we had them. Then we got BB guns, and then they all went to pot. We used to put them all in the school bus and take pot shots at them.
Yep.
Didn't know if you had a BB gun or a slingshot. Then the firecrackers came around.
All right, I'm gonna try to build a different camera mount. Give me a second here.
Okay, Jason. Ooh, that even sounds good. I figured Russ would come back. I guess he's still over with Holly.
Yeah. See, there's no way you'd be able to get this much detail in double stacking these. Never. This would all break apart on you.
If anybody can do it, you can do it, John.
So I wouldn't double stack these.
I have faith in you.
So I watched a movie this morning called Kitchen with Melissa McCarthy, and I was expecting a comedy. It's based in Hell's Kitchen and English Mafia, or the Irish Mafia, and three women that took over the Irish Mafia in Hell's Kitchen. It's actually pretty interesting. I wonder how true it is, though.
There's no telling.
That really seems like it's worth.
Jason says 35 hot, sunny in Calgary. Calgary, Alberta. Speaking about your neighbors up north of you, I wonder where Johnny B is. He sent me a message this morning and I was still asleep. I answered him back, still haven't heard nothing back from him.
He's probably at the cottage.
Yeah, we know if he's up at college, Ashley, don't let him hardly do anything.
Damn Ashley. Doesn't let him have any fun.
Me too.
They do a text message. Ashley, can John come out and play with us?
Can't figure out how to get it back in the place. Let's mark it. Pencil.
Oh, it's plus 37 here. Holy crap.
What?
I'm not used to it being that hot here.
You say it's 37 there?
Yep. So that would
Holy
make it
moly.
98.
Celsius.
No, 98 Fahrenheit.
37.
37 Celsius, 98 Fahrenheit.
What it says.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Booty
You argued with
trap.
me, Jason?
Booty trap. That's what I said.
Now say it in French.
Oh,
Holy chapeau, au revoir. I don't know.
Put it on ink.
Holy hat, goodbye. That's all I know. And you're having a nice flat play.
What's that?
It's thin pieces of cheese.
oh, lordy, 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 lordy. Excuse me. Somebody drank all my smoothie, Joey. Sorry, cat. Oh, okay.
Hey, Mr.
Mark
Mark
Lindsay
Lindsay.
just joined us. What's
How's it
all that
going?
noise over here?
There's noise here, man. We need more people in the chat. Hey, come on in. Come on in, Mark. We need some more fun in here. Herb's getting bored all by himself.
Yeah, I'm over here twiddling my thumb. Wish I could twiddle both of them, but it is what it is. Mark says, me? Fun? Man, you need to get out more. Same thing again?
No, that was tension.
Oh,
That's tension. That's on my bottom. It's not. My bottom's not tight anymore.
loosey goosey?
Yep. Wow, is that ever high?
Oh, Lordy.
Yeah. So, anyways, I'm not doing anything like nearly as cool as John's doing right now.
Hello,
I would
Mark.
love to be. I would love to be cutting that piece out.
Scrolling is cool. Scrolling though, doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't
No,
matter
that's
how
cool.
how how simplistic or intricate it is.
No, but that's
Right,
a
Mark?
cool little piece, though.
Yeah, that's definitely cool. But I meant what I said. If you think I'm fun, you have definitely got to get out more.
Man, you are. You're a loads of fun.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's a story going around anyway.
They lie.
Yeah.
They lie. They lie. They lie.
Nah.
Well, no. See, because the thing is you actually bring a different perspective because you have more different uh uh topics to talk about.
Yeah, I do. Okay. All right.
Yeah, you do.
You're bound to
See,
have more than me. 'Cause I
yeah,
never
see,
leave the house.
because you talk about CNC, you talk about your shop being built, you talk about your wife's historic clothing, and you talk about whatever you and Eli talk about.
Oh,
So,
yeah. Well, yeah, I guess we kind of go off on stuff, but
yeah,
here
like
anymore, it,
you guys carry a show for hours about nothing. Come on.
true. There's a lot of truth in what you say. Cause I mean, we get on, about 5 minutes before he pushes the button to go live, and neither one of us knows what the other wants to talk about, if anything, or what the other's going to say. I think maybe 3 times we have pre-planned something and just, I want to talk about this, and but the rest of it is just all off the cuff and we never know what we're going to talk about. So
So
So Mark, on your show, Trampled Underfoot podcast on Tuesday nights at 7 o'clock, right? So
Uh, it's 6:30 Pacific, 9:30 Eastern. Yeah.
well, it was a good plug anyway. Just go with me here.
Thank you.
So so anyway, so how come you guys never really pay attention to the chat though?
What we do is um, we used to record these as unlisted for the audio podcast. And
Okay.
so we just decided one day, what the heck, why don't we go ahead and just go live and see what happens? And we've been doing it, I think, since like episode number 35, 40, something like that. So what we do is the first hour, maybe a little bit more, it's just him and I, and we don't react to anything going on in the live chat. And that is for the audio side. After that, we'll do a brief little sign off thing. And then we start talking with the people in the chat. And we may be there another half hour, 45 minutes, hour. We've gone another hour and a half. But
Oh.
the first hour is strictly for the audio portion that the audio listeners can't see what's going on in the chat. And it's hard to describe. So we just don't respond to anything we see in the chat for the first hour. And our viewers know that. Most of them. We get new people all the time, so we mention it, but evidently not enough.
Yeah, because like we'll throw quips out in the chat. We'll be chatting back and
Mhm.
forth, the joke and everything else. You guys don't react to it. I'm like, what? Did they not read the chat? Did they not see it? Like, is their chat closed? Like,
Oh, I'm watching. I'm watching. And a lot of times I'll see something over in the chat that will kick something in my brain. And I'll go, oh, yeah, talk about this. And off we'll
Oh.
go. But so for the first hour, we don't mention anybody in the chat because it's not fair to the audio people who can't see what's going on. It's kind of like when we will talk about a picture or a video or a meme or something like that, we post it over on our Facebook page so folks can find us on Facebook and get eyes on it themselves and see what we're talking about. But you can't hold up a picture for the people listening on the audio side. So we just kind of do it straight, him and I, all 100% shoot from the hip, all ad lib. We don't know what the other one's going to talk about at all. And we get some good stuff. Sometimes we don't get very good stuff, but it's a lot of it is a lot of fun. So.
Y'all excuse me for a minute.
I enjoy watching and listening to it just once in a while when I'm not busy
Yeah,
doing anything of my own.
Yeah, we know we're not for everybody. And it is 100% ad lib, like I say. And the subjects can run the gamut from music to movies, books, old TV. We got a lot of nostalgia. We're both history buffs, so we'll talk about history. He is very, very into genealogy and talking about his family. He's tracked some of his family back into the 1500s, back over in Europe. And we just never know what the other one's going to talk about. And we just react to it cold right there in front of everybody. But there are very few subjects we won't talk about. We try to stay away from politics. We try to stay away from spirituality or religion. But other than that, it's free game.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say you guys don't talk a lot about politics or religion.
No, we don't. We're not. There are a million political podcasts out there now. We would just be one more in the bunch, and it's just not something I'm interested in talking about. So, but we'll talk about anything and everything else, just about. Here lately we've been talking about conspiracy theories and the conspiracy theorists, everything from flat Earth to chemtrails and did Neil Armstrong walk on the moon? But it's all done it's humor based, but we're not afraid to talk about most topics, And it's the Trampled Underfoot podcast. You can find it here on YouTube. And just 6:30 Pacific, 9:30 Eastern on Tuesday evenings.
Hey, about flat Earth. Have I ever discussed my my theory about it with you?
Mm-mm. I don't think so.
It's pretty simple actually.
Does it include bacon?
No, there's no big involved. Just give me 1 second here. I'm going to put his link in the chat there for you guys. Trampled under. Well, these are not your trampled underfoot. Wow.
Yeah, you have to go with
Podcast.
Trampled Underfoot Podcast.
Yeah.
We got the name from the title of a Led Zeppelin tune.
Led Zeppelin, trampled underfoot.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
That's all
so-
that came up. Drums, guitar solos.
Yep.
There it is. I should have gotten on my scribe list and found it from there. You guys don't even have your own name on there yet?
What do you mean?
You don't have your. It comes up with a YouTube generic link, right?
No, we've got a logo. We've got everything. We're high speed, low drag, man. Let me find you a link and put it on our inside chat here.
See, because this is the one I got right here.
What do you got?
That's the one that comes up for me.
Well, let me throw it in the inside chat over here in the private chat. That's us. Yeah, that's us.
Yeah, but how doesn't say YouTube channel Trampled Underfoot?
It just says Trampled Underfoot Podcast. And there's our logo there. That's me and Eloy
Oh
together.
no, I understand that, but my page is like my page, for example, is what if I could _ John C.
Oh, we don't have enough subscribers yet for that. Of course,
We
now
got
that I think
380
about it, I gotta look.
You
Maybe
have
we do.
384. I only have 202 now.
Well,
I
okay.
got-
We just haven't done it yet. It's a collaborative effort.
Yeah, because
I'll mention it to him.
I know they changed the rule. Like they changed it to 100 people actually.
Yeah.
100
Okay.
subscribers.
I'll have to get in there and activate the custom URL then.
This is John's flat Earth conspiracy theory.
Okay.
What is this? This is a coin. It's just a regular
Okay.
Canadian quarter. It's flat, right?
Hmm.
Now, if you spin it, it's round.
And your point?
How can the Earth not be flat? When you spin it, it's round.
How could it not be flat? Quite
Yeah,
simple.
How?
It's spherical. It's not round. It's an oblate spheroid.
Okay, but my quarter is flat. But when you spin it enough, it makes a complete sphere.
No, it's still flat.
That's
What you're seeing is an optical
That's
illusion.
what I'm saying. How can you say the Earth is not flat?
Just like this. Watch closely. The Earth is not flat.
Well, that makes that the science. I totally understand that now. That makes total sense. Got it.
Okay. You can see the
blew my-
curvature. You can
you
see
blew
the
my-
curvature of the Earth.
It blew my theory out of the water.
You can literally see from ground level. You can see the curvature of the Earth. So
Well, that's what I'm saying. Even if you're staying here and it's spinning, you can still see the curvature of it, right?
no,
Yeah, kid.
because you would have to be standing up on the edge.
Which is where
What?
everybody's standing at on the edge.
We're standing on the edge. Which
What?
edge?
What I walk into.
Oh,
Flat
wait till
Earth.
you hear the next theory. The next one is we are actually on a piece of dirt that's on the back of a turtle. And that
well,
turtle is
see,
standing on the
they're
back of another turtle, and that turtle is
another
standing
turtle,
on the
yes.
back of another bigger turtle, and it's
That-
turtles all the way down.
See, but that is old ancient storytelling from like way back in the early, before the Mayans even.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah, that goes back into prehistory and
Yeah,
some of
like
the Asian cultures.
that's been carried on through so many cultures and storytelling that it
Right.
just lives on.
Right.
Every Indian culture I know has their own story similar to that.
Just about every culture has a version of something similar. Let me back up and rephrase that. Just about every culture that goes back into antiquity, into prehistory. You know, some of the more modern cultures, they don't have anything like that.
Jason Richloff said, John C., check your email, a picture of the eagle picture.
Jason, did you cut that with a coping saw? Just out of curiosity.
No, I use the Sawzall.
Not you, Jason Rishalov.
No, I use the Sawzall to do that.
No, Jason Rishalov. Not you, Jason Rogers. So there's Jason's ego on the sunset, but he's got a coping saw.
That may be for scale.
I don't know. Most people just use rulers.
Well, maybe he was out of bananas.
Could be.
I have a banana for scale. Let me go grab it and I'll show you.
No, wait, no, please don't.
No, I'm serious. I have a banana for scale. Somebody sent me one.
No, please don't.
Are you sure it's not a plane?
I gotta go get a banana. I gotta go.
Chris Nealon says, I'm old, it's dumb, and so am I.
No, but I have cut some stuff before with things that you shouldn't cut with.
Hey, if it gets the job done, who cares? Use what you got, Daddy always told me.
No, it's actually very cool. Our mutual friend Patrick sent it to me. It's a banana ruler.
With a bird on it.
So that's my banana for scale.
Oh my god.
Oh,
You
God,
give a kid a 3D printer and some yellow filament, you're liable to get anything in the mail.
Oh,
So, but is ruler actually to scale though?
Yes, it is. I've checked it. Yes, it is. If you look at the
Wow.
numbers, it even compensates for the curve.
Wow.
jeez.
I want a plantain to scale. That'll throw everybody off.
He'll want to roll a filament to print it.
Oh, I know.
Oh, wait a minute. No, it's a running joke. He says the same thing to Greg, the snow crusher. He doesn't ship to Canada.
Well, I gotta find me. You know what? I'll make my own. I'll make my own banana for scale. I'll make it out of MDF and then I can paint it. Good or not.
There you go. There you go.
Cool.
And use round over bits to shape it.
Yep. So if this is what you mean by I'm fun, then I guess maybe I'll you know.
Well, yeah, it is because nobody else would have grabbed the banana for scale. Come on. Herb might have, but he would have it up. Here's the banana.
I think it was Jason back there saying, "Please don't, Mark. No, Mark, please don't. Please don't."
Yeah, Jason. Oh. JJ is in here. Hello, Jim. Jim.
So how's your workshop coming along?
I've had to put it on brakes. You know that the insulation is finished finally. That part's
Yeah.
done. And that's as far as I've gotten. And I'm going to have to kind of put it on hold for a little bit because I got to save my pennies. Vectric, the company I do software tutorials for CNC, they've invited me to be a speaker at their US user group meeting down in San Diego this year. So I got to save my pennies for that. So the shop's going to have to go on hold again. So, and then we had a thunderstorm come through about, oh boy, I guess it's been about 4 days ago now. And we don't normally get large hail. Well, this time we did get large hail, and the wind blew it so hard. We have a skylight in our kitchen. It broke that skylight. So now I'm scrambling to get that fixed. So I got to pay the deductible for that. Homeowners insurance is going to cover the rest, but it busted out the skylight in the kitchen. So money's got to go there. So I got to
Wow.
recoup that.
Steve sees in the chat. Hello, Steve.
Hey, Steve. How's it going, buddy? Are you back already?
Oh, he had an early night.
Yeah.
Or either that or he's doing what he did before over in the corner. Texting.
No, he wouldn't do that. He got in trouble for that last time.
Yeah. Do you see Steve minding? I don't. Yep. I knew it.
Oh, he is. Well, if you get bored, Steve, you know what you can always do. So I was talking to
Yep.
my CNC guy in town here, and I was talking about the big Laguna sale and everything else. And he goes, "Well, they only have a sale once a year," and blah blah blah. I said, "Well, these are the prices they sent me." And he talked to his Laguna guy, and his prices are like $3,000 cheaper than what my prices are.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, "Well, how is that even possible?" He goes, "Well, because I have an account with them." I'm like, "Okay, well, okay, so you get a huge discount." Oh, and by the way, they'll ship it directly to your house if you want. I'm like, "Oh."
So which one are you looking at?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because I don't have room for it right now, and I don't have the money for that. But hey, I'm saving like 13. No, what was it? Oh yeah, I think it was 13 grand I was gonna save.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
well,
okay, I'm saving 13 grand. How much do you think the CNC costs? He goes, well, but to ship it right to your house. I'm like, yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna look it up right now. I can't remember which one it was. I think it was
okay.
a 6x5 table.
That's big. That's big. Yeah, no wonder you don't have room for it. Yeah.
Well,
I thought you meant
but
a Laguna IQ desktop or something like that.
see, but that way I can throw a full 4x8 sheet right onto it.
Okay, you know what? A lot of people talk about that. How often do you think you'll do that?
I pick up 4x8 sheets all the time.
Well, I pick up 4x8 sheets all the time, but how many times are you going to cut a project out of something that big? Is the point?
And also not often.
It boils
Not
down.
often.
It's going to boil down to the tips I'm going to use, and because on a 4x8 sheet I can just lay them all out on the computer, just let them run all night long, and crack in the morning, and look, they're all done.
You ain't going to want to do that. Number one, and number two, it's getting a machine that big. If you're not going to do like cabinets or a lot of furniture, and I mean a lot of furniture, it's a waste of money. I would say 95% of the projects I do are less than 24 inches wide and shorter than a foot tall. If you really honestly think you're going to be using a 4 foot wide capacity, and I have a 50-inch wide capacity. If you really think you're going to use a 48 wide capacity, make a 48 by 48 table, because you can tile, cut half, move the sheet forward, cut the other half.
Oh yeah,
I know 4 people that have machines that can hold an 8x4 sheet of plywood, and every single one of them have never used it, and it ends up being a huge junk table, a big catch-all. So it's, you know, if you like the world's most expensive assembly table, go for it, but you'd be better served for a smaller maximum of 4x4.
Well, see, the thing is, though, is that if a table that big, then I can actually start doing our push through acrylic letters for sure, for work, and it would be subbed out through me rather than subbing it out through somebody else, and then I can film all day, and I'd have to go
Okay.
truck, and I can just
Oh.
go push through the acrylic letters.
Well, if you're going to do that, I would personally, just me talking here, I would get a laser that is capable of cutting, I don't know, 1/4 inch. How thick a material do you need to cut?
1/2 inch acrylic.
1/2 inch acrylic? Yeah, okay. 100-watt laser will
acrylic.
take care.
But the thing is, I need to have steps on the outside edges of them all.
Mhm.
So that when you let her push through, it has a base on the backside.
Okay.
Like he used to with epoxy.
Okay. Okay.
That's
All
why
right.
you use the router tool, right?
Okay. All right. I do want to get a laser. I had a little K40 laser, just that it was freight damaged. In fact, the seller went ahead and authorized me to return it. They got it back. They were like, dang, I don't know what the heck happened to this. Even they couldn't believe how bad it was. But I had it just long enough to learn it was too small for what I want to do. So the laser is kind of off the table for me right now. But I'd love to get one. But I need something that'll cut at least 2 foot by 4 foot, because I will use it.
Mm.
How often? I don't know.
When did Steve C get in the house? I missed him.
A few seconds ago.
Yeah, hi, Steve. While I was getting food. Probably that's when it happened.
So, you know, like something that you're cutting right there, I would not attempt that on a CNC router. That would be on a laser. CNC router would hit one of those thin pieces that you're working on your flowers there and just shred it. It couldn't be done, but you'd really have to pay attention and really have to slow it down.
I've seen some pretty detailed work on router tables.
Right.
Oh, I have too. I've got an online buddy in Australia that does inlays for guitar fretboards, and he's an absolute artist with the thing. But he goes through bits like I go through
That's
two
all
bits.
right.
Well, no, I'd buy 10 multi packs at a time.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he does.
100 multi packs at a time.
Oh, he has to,
Then you
because
get
he's cutting.
The
He's
bulk
cutting like
discount,
mother
right?
of pearl and things like that. So.
Yeah.
But he does glorious work. Now I could V carve that, and that would look real nice. In fact, I have V carved a few scroll saw patterns.
See, I've just been worried that if I never actually seen me put a detailed pattern, saw pattern on yet on a CNC table.
Wes Balco's in the chat. Hello, Wes.
Well,
see-
RLA.
See, I look at what you guys are doing as art, and I don't have an artistic bone in my body. And something that small and intricate, something that fine, I look at that as art. And that's beyond me. I could probably sit and learn it, but I've got so many things going on, I don't dare take up another hobby now.
Yeah, sound like you too busy.
Oh man. I keep telling my wife I'm going to need to go out and get a job so I can get some rest. Speaking of getting some rest, howdy there, Mr. Russ. What's going on?
Oh yeah, I'm living a dream, brother. I just got me a T-shirt that says that.
Yeah, you are living the dream down there
Yeah.
on the Gulf Coast. All that
Yeah,
good
man.
food.
Oh yeah, you talk about
Serious.
these French from over here can cook.
I'm serious. Hell, everybody in Texas can cook. I think it's a law.
Well, they can cook. They can cook some damn good barbecue.
Yep.
Hello again, Russ.
Hello, Herbie, and hello, Josh, and everybody else.
And I'll trade
you
your
gonna have?
weather, Russ.
No,
over in
right now
Hobby
you
Shop?
don't want it. It's raining.
Yeah, I'll trade your weather still.
Send some of that up here, Russ.
Well,
Yep,
all
we need it
ladies,
bad.
You can have it.
Tomorrow, Russ, is supposed to hit
Right.
116 degrees here tomorrow.
Are you kidding me? Wow.
I would not jive you, Earthman.
Man,
And for those of you keeping track, that's 46.5 degrees Celsius.
Yeah, like I said, it's 37 here right now. Yeah. Russ, did I hear Truth a fake laugh in the background?
She might have.
That's how she's like,
Yeah, but I don't think.
oh, you're gonna have a good next week, buddy.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure if that was aimed in my direction, that particular one, but you never know with her.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. It's cooled down to 102 right now.
Ooh.
Oh,
We can
unbelievable.
get up there, and with the humidity is really bad, but
Yeah.
I don't think we're expecting those high of temperatures for quite some time.
Well, let's see. What is it? The humidity right now is 15%.
Oh hell!
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know,
so it
out
just-
west, it's like that. Out west here, the baby's first words are usually, but it's a dry heat.
Yeah. I'll tell you one thing, that's not how it is over here.
I know. I do know. Been down to the Gulf Coast.
and Jason Richloff said scroll saw, John.
Okay.
So, well, probably one.
Josh Grover wants to know where I'm at. I'm in Southern Oregon, about 30 miles north of the California border.
Just far enough so he can throw a rock at it, but don't
Just
have
far-
to be part of it.
Exactly. I can keep an eye on all those people that from up here.
Naruto running through the desert to Georgia.
Well, that's the thing. We're not in the desert. The desert is another 100 miles to the east of it.
Hello, Steve. See, how was the party?
He's still there.
What? Must have been a good one.
He's off in the corner like he was at that wedding. Tina gonna get him.
No, wait, is Steve, are you at Harley Rendezvous?
You know, I didn't get any of that.
Harley Rendezvous is going on right now in his backyard.
Hmm.
It's a big get-together.
Oh boy, now she's got the music going.
Josh wants to know how far I am from Portland. Portland is 270 miles to the north of me. About 5 hours, 5 to 6, depending on traffic. So I can keep an eye on them from down here too.
In other words, he has to look up to heaven to see Portland, but he has to look down at the devil to see California. I might tend to agree with that.
You trying to make a play, Josh?
actually, I don't know if John wants me to tell you what I think, but
Well, not really, family.
Go
friendly,
ahead,
but
Mark.
close.
What do you think?
okay, since you say it, I think Portland sucks and California blows. That's why it's so windy here in Medford.
Oh Lordy.
So can you see the fires in California from where you are?
We get the smoke. We
Yeah.
do get the smoke. Now I don't know if there are any big fires kicked off right now. I really don't.
There was one on Wednesday, I believe, that they were talking on our news up here.
Yeah. Well, down south in Southern California, that place is a tinderbox. See, the whole
Wow.
LA basin, Los Angeles, San Bernardino, everything. It's all desert down there.
Mm-hmm.
And it dries out and the hot winds come blowing in from over Death Valley, and it just just the smallest spark will set off,
Right.
the whole place will go up.
Well, yeah, because
So-
they were saying on the news here that California is in huge drought right now, and there's a lot of lakes and riverbeds that are dried right up right now
Well,
in California, and there's a lot of wildfires just starting everywhere.
that's a lot of politics. That is true, but they only talk about a drought when the lakes and reservoirs start to dry up, but they never acknowledge the fact that they built these reservoirs in the 1940s and 50s, and the population has multiplied 10 times over,
Mm-hmm.
and they haven't built any more. So they're pulling more water out of these lakes and reservoirs every year. Nobody wants to acknowledge that.
Well,
Right.
plus not to
Yes,
mention
we
all the
are
dumping
getting-
going on.
Pardon?
Plus not to mention all the dumping going on, hence the salt sea.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. There's I mean, just people create waste, and that's all there is to it. And people need water. So
Well,
Now,
on another
I also
note,
heard the other day
ahead.
Biden has given Trudeau an ultimatum saying, "You better give us fresh water." And we're like, "No, you cut our pipeline off. Screw you."
yeah,
So
yeah. I wouldn't blame you there. I wouldn't blame you a bit if y'all took that huge tower there that you got, that TV tower, and turned it into a giant
Tower.
middle finger. I wouldn't blame you a bit.
death, to a death ray.
Yeah, that's where I thought he was going. Death ray.
No,
Yeah,
not a
because he-
death ray.
Yep.
The people
Just a
didn't
finger.
do it. Just
Yeah,
one
because
idiot.
because Biden's first act in the first 3 hours, he shut the Keystone Pipeline, which shut down like 3 million jobs and $30 billion worth of freaking income for the U.S.
Sure did.
coming from Canada. Yep.
Well, when he leaves, it'll come back.
But the thing
Trumpy
is,
gets
now
back
he
in there,
wants
it'll
water
come back.
from
Yeah.
water from BC now. We're like, no, you're
Yeah,
not getting
gee, wouldn't it have been cool to be able to pump that water through a pipeline, huh, Joe?
it. Exactly.
How you gonna get that water down there, Joe? Huh? Well, you think they're gonna line up with a bunch of
They're gonna chuck
know,
it down, man.
Evian bottles or what?
And the thing is that the Keystone Pipeline was going to run crude from pretty much almost Alaska
Yep.
all the way down to the Gulf Coast, and they were going to twin it with a water line beside it.
Uh-huh.
So
I don't know if you
So I know.
remember the fights and arguments that took place in the 70s about the Alaska pipeline.
Mm-hmm.
Every single one of their predictions just failed to come true. Not just a couple, every single one of them. And I look at the Keystone about the same way.
Mm-hmm. Josh said the bucket brigade.
Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna pay a lot of people to haul that water down there.
Well, that's more trucks on the road. That's more pollution in the air.
Mhm.
That's more accidents. That's more train derailments. That's so much better than a pipeline.
we'll see. And the thing is that CP pulled out. I'm going to say I don't know the exact number of track that they pulled out, but they shut down all their northern lines. And so everything is trucked up here now. They
Yeah.
shut down all the rails coming up to northern Alberta and northern BC. Down and took all the crossings.
Yeah.
There's no
Yeah.
more rails up here at all.
Yeah, they basically
the-
ran the timber industry out of Southern Oregon. And when they did that, it had the side effect of forcing the railroad bankrupt. And so now we get maybe 2 trains a month along that railroad and along those rail lines, rather, where it used to be several a day. And, but the truck traffic, I mean, it's got to get here somehow.
Mhm.
The minute you take it off the rails, it's got to go on the road.
Yeah, Josh had a comment there about how to get the water up here or down here from up there.
What are they going to put it in their pockets?
I'll get all them illegals to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, bring all these illegals over here that can't drive and give them a truck and see what happens.
Well, see, what they need to do is they need to put a few rednecks in.
Hey, Billy.
Hello, Billy.
Hey,
Hello
That-
there,
grandkids,
buddy.
did
Sorry, Billy. I
that,
didn't hear my beep go off.
that wasn't a slam either, Billy.
What was that?
You popped in right about the time I said is we need a few more rednecks.
Yeah, yeah. I'm everybody's worst nightmare. I'm a redneck with education,
With a degree.
several.
Now, you think I'm joking? You take a redneck, you give a redneck a sheet of Visqueen and a pickup, and he'll have a swimming pool.
Hey, yep.
Damn right. I've seen several.
Uh-huh. I've been in a couple.
And if it's used Visqueen, get out the duct tape.
Yeah. Tape it from both sides.
So what's everybody been up to?
Basically
guess-
about the same thing.
John's still
Pizza
working
on
on them
John's show.
flyers, I see.
Yep.
They're bored as heck, Billy. They said I was fun and called me in here. That'll tell you how bored they are.
Well, put it this way, Mark. If you hadn't said anything in the chat, we would have known you were here. And look at the conversation we got going now. Come on.
Come on,
Yeah,
come on.
there are times the trampled
Underfoot podcast.
yeah, the COD podcast it's rather entertaining. So
We-
there are times it drags out a little bit, but and mostly it's entertaining.
See that, and that's proof right there that we don't try at all.
Josh just finished cutting his grass. I didn't. I cut mine earlier this week, so we're good.
Me either. It was 104 degrees out there today. I ain't doing nothing.
I don't blame you.
We're supposed to hit 116 tomorrow, Billy.
Oh, lucky you!
116 tomorrow, 110 Monday, then down to 105 Tuesday.
It's
and Wednesday.
John. I feel sorry for. He's supposed to get 104 Tuesday. They ain't used to that kind of weather.
I'm gonna have to take my long john off for that one.
The front yard's going to melt.
You will.
The high today was 95.
Night, Jason.
Trade
Hi,
you.
Jason.
Night, Jason.
Hey,
Hello,
Big
Mac.
Mac.
Right, Jason.
Which Jason said goodnight?
Rishiloff.
Oh, Rickaloff.
Love.
Okay, so it's only supposed to get to 90 tomorrow, 88 Monday, 84. We got a cool front coming in. 84 Tuesday
Man.
Hello, Mac.
with rain tomorrow through Wednesday.
Yeah, we got from all the way from this week, all week, and then all the way up to next week.
Yeah, I can live with that. We need the rain.
I don't.
Ship some
I
my
do.
way.
I could tell my grass started. It's not growing as fast because I don't have to mow again already. and it's browning a little. So I thought, okay, we need some. I turned my sprinkler systems on, and we need some rain.
It's still green.
Oh, it's still green. It's just kind of brownish in a couple of spots. That's normally more green than that. So. I went out and turned the sprinkler systems on and discovered the batteries were out in one of the controllers. Had to take care of that. I was wondering why it hadn't been watering. That was my answer.
Oh, that's an example of a redneck with a bunch of degrees.
What's that?
Batteries are dead.
Well, you got to go out and look at the.
Every now and then.
Yeah, you got to go out and look at the controller. It should have only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I only got 6 controller boxes on this property to keep track of.
He said he had degrees. He didn't say he was an engineer.
So
No.
if you
No.
if you got a watering system, how come you don't have a Roomba grass cutter?
I'm a
Oh,
biologist.
yeah, those are cool. Get that one from Works, the Landroid.
No.
It's only $1,000. Cut the grass for you.
Yeah, you don't even have to do it; it just does it automatically.
I got a next door neighbor that only charges $40. That's a lot of grass cutting for $1,000.
Yeah. Well, you get
I-
paid for it,
yeah.
and it goes forever.
No.
So does he.
No, they require maintenance too.
Yeah.
No, it's just as easy for me to get out there on the tractor and take care of it.
Yeah, I like my zero turn for that purpose. Love it.
I don't have enough yard for something like that. I got a
I
little
don't either.
self-propelled Troy built.
I
That
don't
sucker
have
works
that
great.
move. My back hurt me so bad the last time I had a self-propelled 22-inch walk behind, and my grass normally would take me about 30 minutes to cut by self-propelled, but that the last time I did it took me an hour and a half.
I cut mine about 3 days ago, and I did it all on one grass catcher bag.
Yeah.
With all the
That was-
landscaping I've got going on right now, I ain't got a whole heck of a lot of lawn to mow.
After I did that, that's why I bought that dadgum zero turn, and it takes me about 20 minutes, and now I've got less yard to cut than I had before.
I mowed this property with my big wheel self-propelled with front casters. It's a fancy
Mhm.
push mower.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So it's got casters on the front, big wheels on the back. I mowed it with that thing twice after we moved here, and it took me 3.5 hours both times. I said, hell with this noise.
No, sir.
See, I don't mind that. I really don't. I wish it would take longer to mow my lawn because that's my moment of zen. That's when I get to think about other projects, and people leave you alone. Because they hear that motor, they're afraid you're going to hand them the weed eater or a rake or something like that. So they go in the opposite direction. They leave me alone. I can think about stuff, and I do a lot of my mental engineering that way, or designing projects or what have you. I don't mind mowing the lawn at all.
I like mowing the lawn. I can't stand weed eating.
I don't mind weed eating. I just don't like the pain I get after.
Yeah, I hate it.
Slinging that trimmer around is hard on my sciatica.
Oh, I bet it is.
You got a gas-powered trimmer?
No, but it wouldn't matter.
Okay, I was going to say, get you a strap and put it up on your shoulder. That helps, believe me.
Yeah. But no, it's I've got two. I've got a corded electric and a cordless.
Mhm.
The
I've got
corded
cordless
electric
now.
I use for the heavy duty stuff.
I got rid of all of them. I just have that Works 3-in-1 battery. It's all right, but it lasts about 30 to 45 minutes. And if I get into heavy stuff with it, it don't last that long.
I've got a big gas-powered Duramax or something like that. I can't remember what it is. Something Max. And my nephew works out at the National Cemetery.
Mhm.
And every so often they get new equipment in.
Mm-hmm.
And they retire their old equipment. And this one was busted. It needed a few things. So I went ahead and he brought it home, gave it to me. Said they were going to throw it in the dumpster. So he gave it to me. I put a new head on it. Cost me about $35, $40. And that thing works great.
Cool.
So, but I tell you what, putting a strap on it made all the difference.
Yeah, I had a strap on my. I did have a gas years ago. It heads on it. It was Ryobi, and it ran all right for about 3 years, and then I got where I couldn't get it started or couldn't keep it started.
I pulled the covers off of this one on the engine just to check everything out, make sure the fuel lines were okay. It's got a Honda motor on it. And I wish I could remember what make it was. About a $500 weed eater. So,
Damn.
yeah, I take it.
Josh has a question for you, Billy.
No, I did not, Josh. I said my weed eater had a strap on it. Get the car key out of your ears, boy.
You guys have made me feel bad. 'Cause now I got to go in and tell Terry shut some of the lawn tomorrow.
I had hay fever so bad. Let's see, we've been married 46 years. The first 30 years we were married, she had to mow the yard because I couldn't do it. I wouldn't be able to. I wouldn't be able to breathe for days. And so she did it. And then finally, the doctor got me some allergy medicine that actually worked, called Flonase, and I've been mowing ever
That's over the
since.
counter. That's over the counter.
Oh,
It is. It is now.
It is now, yeah.
You
It
could've got
wasn't
20
when I
years
first
ago,
started.
then.
Well, did you ever wear a mask? A face mask?
It didn't matter.
Really?
That didn't help at all.
I know Russ Clary's got that same problem.
Shut up, Steve.
He can't hardly do it. He can't hardly cut the grass because of that.
A hummingbird for a while tonight. He's getting it done. A lot of cuts.
My yard's so hilly. I was looking at getting a zero turn. My yard is so hilly and sloped. A lot of the reviews and stuff that I read said if the grass or yard is a little bit damp, it's really, really hard on grass. It tears the yard up too bad.
Yeah, it ruts. It ruts it up.
So
What Billy?
I was researching the tractors, and Craftsman had one that's called Tight Turn, and I can actually cut around a 5-inch tree.
Mm-hmm. I've seen commercials.
Now, not
on
bad
TV
with a
like
tractor.
that.
Do what?
I've seen the commercials on TV showing
Yeah.
that you can do that.
That's a hell of a tractor.
Skill's got a nice one, dude.
Steve won't know why he got yelled at.
Why? Who got yelled at?
Steve C.
Oh, why did he get yelled at? Because I'm not sure what you were laughing at. I just wanted to make sure.
Just cover our faces.
Jason dropped out.
That's right. That was a just in case. See you, Jason.
His mic was pretty hot. It was pretty overmodulated. I couldn't understand what he was saying.
Yeah, his he was working on a tablet, so his audio was screwy.
Ah, okay.
I really need to get motivated and get some shop stuff done, but like I said earlier, my gas factor is almost non-existent.
Yeah, I got to save my pennies to sheathe the inside of the shop now that I got the insulation done.
Yeah, my problem is I just don't shiv it yet.
Well, I was going to go get my table saw out of storage, but after I got done, made a load to the dump, brought back 2 yards of garden soil for her last flower bed. Thank the Lord.
You're supposed to take stuff to the dump, not bring it home.
Well, yeah. By that time, it was just too hot, and I just can't get excited about taking half of my storage out to get to my table saw and then putting it all back in 100-degree heat. Nope, not happening.
I don't blame you.
So,
Not one bit.
Not
So-
one itty bitty bit.
it's been there for 8 years. It can sit another couple weeks.
Our landfill actually has the best compost because they just have a certain area to compost in.
Yeah, we got a place. In fact, I clocked it just to see. We got a place half a mile down the road from us. It's a biomass electrical plant. They take construction debris and slash from the timber mills and what have you, and they grind it all up and burn it for power. Well, they also do take any kind of yard waste, with a few exceptions. They don't take rocks or sod
Yeah.
or anything like that. And they grind it all up and compost it. And so we went and got a couple of yards of garden soil for her flower beds.
Ours compost. We've got 3 bins. We got the plastic and glass and aluminum
Mhm.
recycle bin, and we got trash bin, and we've got organic, which is like food soil, paper plates, pizza boxes, leftover veggies,
Mhm.
and even yard trimmings and whatnot. You put in that, and they compost all of that. So they collect it from us and charge us for the bins, and then we have to pay for it if we want to go get compost.
Yeah, they got a similar racket here, but we can take yard waste to the yard debris side of the landfill, and they do that there. They grind it all up and compost it, but they charge $7 for a trailer load to dump it. Or you can get the green trash container like you're talking about, and for that they charge you, I don't remember how much a month, whether you use it or not. And I just don't use it often enough. I mean, I may take 2 trailer loads of yard waste to the landfill a year.
I don't have a trailer.
Who's here?
I cheated.
They either stand them, clear them, do whatever you're gonna do, paint them, whatever you want.
And just like that, he's back.
What?
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 Jason back.
What?
Huh?
Chicken butt.
Stepped in what?
I don't know.
Chicken shice.
You got 2 bowls on
I
your
got-
table now, Jason.
I got Jason.
I know. I
confused.
just made both of them. They're baskets.
What?
They don't hold water.
What?
They're basketballs.
Basket.
Yeah,
That was a
ain't
pretty
much
cool
of a-
basketball you made there.
Ain't much of a
Much
Super
of a
Bowl.
bowl if you
But
can hold water.
Oh, it holds all the good stuff, but you're gonna get rid of the anything. Yeah, it's more like a strainer. You're just gonna get left with the chunk.
Oh, that's what you could use it for, a pasta strainer.
What?
Definitely.
It's a colander.
Yep. You can see the holes in it. Look at the shadow. Good
I
coloring.
can see clearly now.
A colander.
Yeah.
Well, they're not glued together yet.
Oh, okay.
The holes might be a little big for pasta,
Uh,
unless it's
we could
tortellini or
adjust that. We could adjust that.
something.
You got the rigatoni?
Penne noodles will go through
Hey, make one of those out of corian or something, and you could use it for pasta.
You use the right amount of epoxy, you could use it for cereal.
There you go. See?
There's always a way.
You
I
just have,
put some oatmeal in it.
just have to want to do it bad enough.
Chris Nealon said he had tortellini tonight. We had layered enchiladas or
That's
stacked
man of God,
enchiladas.
yeah. I still carry on manicotti tomorrow.
Ain't had enchiladas in a while. I'm gonna have to put in my request.
Karen's back there. She says hi.
Hi, Karen.
Oh,
We don't see her.
She's
there
back
she
there.
is.
what?
Oh, I see her hand
You have to
waving.
look. You have to look. Oh,
gonna
go.
s-
Cut it out,
There
John.
she is, hiding in the corner.
Back
My
there.
my
Get
screen
her
my,
out of
my
the corner.
screen's my
Nobody
screen's like
put-
my screen's like 1 inch by 1 inch. Hi Karen.
How
how's it
dare
going?
you put Karen in the
I wanna-
corner?
Nobody
I wanna-
puts baby in the corner.
Yeah,
See-
don't
see-
you be putting Karen in the corner.
He likes it there.
What you all don't know
Well-
is that's where she keeps the baseball bat.
But
And
the best part
rolling
about it
pin.
though,
And
the best part
a,
about it, the best part
and a
about it
few-
though is you can see Karen and Jason's in the shadows, so that's good.
That's true.
problem is, she always keeps firearms within reach too, so you gotta be careful with her.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, she looks around for them.
Uh-huh. Who knows?
Now you know why nobody puts baby in the corner.
I just let her go wherever the hell she wants to go.
Here's smart move.
Better
Well,
for you.
we know one place she wants to go.
Don't ask, don't tell, Herb.
Yeah, I know one place she wants to go for sure.
Yep.
And if you say Arby's, I'm gonna be mad.
No.
Nope.
JP.
Yep.
Oh, cut it out. Really? All of you. What is wrong with all of you? That's
She,
so.
she wants to go to any of them places that says I now pronounce you.
Why y'all gotta be like that?
Because
We're trying to help a woman out.
that's right. What kind of wingman would I be?
Looking out for her better interests.
Exactly.
We can't help her in her choices, but we can help her with her future choices.
Yeah, but you guys like her, and you're. Are you sure I'm the right choice?
What?
That's what we're trying to figure out.
Yeah, see, I knew that. See, I was waiting for it to come, but it didn't come naturally, so I had to ask.
Oh.
That
I
says
just-
we're all family, Jason. That's why we're helping Karen.
Exactly.
Cut it out.
Just she wants to be happier.
You
That's
see, the
all.
name says Jason Rogers. It doesn't say Karen.
Yeah.
Well, that'd be kind of cool if you took her name.
You know, they're doing that now in this day and age.
They are.
I know it's totally weird.
Oh God, that was funny.
Let me go find my jacket. It just got cold in here.
From 115, I said it's
That's
cold.
102 outside, and I need my jacket. It's cold in this thumb gun.
Chris says Jason is shaking.
That's all right, Jason. We're still our buddy.
Turn
Yeah.
he's turning the microphone off. Probably getting a good talking to right
That's
now.
so we can't hear him cussing us.
Yeah.
No, it's because she's talking to me, and I don't want you to hear it.
Oh, well,
we done all heard them words before anyway.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
But- Jason, we only razz you about once a week about it, so it's fine. It could be worse. You could be on every day with us.
Yeah, I only razz him every time we're live together.
Only every time. I know it's great.
Yeah.
Think about it this way. She might put some of them firearms away.
Probably not.
Oh, okay. Well,
Well, she'd for sure get happier.
No, when he comes out with the shotgun, you better start worrying.
Would you like to come? Yeah.
No, Mac, I don't like buffalo wings.
Buffalo burgers.
Never
Thank
been
you.
big on wings. I got to drink a lot of beer to eat wings.
I prefer teriyaki myself.
I've never been
I'm-
fond of wings.
I'm with you on that.
I'll tear up some teriyaki wings.
I'll take them fried, just fried with nothing else on them.
No, I prefer meat, and I prefer meat in my chicken.
I honestly,
Now
I
you're being
think they
ridiculous.
should sell chicken wings in the restaurants like they do in the store, like the big ones, not those freaking little
Yeah.
mini bite ones.
When I go get my chicken wings, I get them from a little bitty 7-Eleven store that's got a deli on it. And them beans in there, they can flat make some chicken wings.
7-Eleven's got good
salt
wings.
and red pepper, and I've never had it that way, but when I did, I said, man, this is my favorite. And they're big. I won't eat them. I don't like them any other way.
Yeah, I agree, Mac. Absolutely. A lot of BS to go through for a little bit, tiny bit of wheat meat.
Yeah, it's worth it.
They taste better than any other part of the chicken.
I don't know about that.
I don't either.
It does. If I brought you some of them chicken wings that I'm talking about, you'd like them. Except they'd be all ate up. by the
All
time I
right,
got
Larry,
to
have a
your
good night.
place.
Take care, Larry.
Have a good one, Larry.
Hey, Larry.
What?
Yeah, there wouldn't be any chicken wings
What?
left by the time I got to your house. That's all right.
Yeah, see?
I like
Oh,
it.
now, Chris Nealon's on the right track there. I will eat my own weight in smoked salmon. That is my
yes.
favorite thing in the world.
Yes.
That's not mine.
You just discovered smoked salmon. I'm sorry for you, Chris.
Smoked salmon on a crack with cream cheese is almost the same as bagels and lox.
That's
Yeah.
that's I was just
Oh,
getting ready to say
man.
that. Lox.
Yeah.
Pretty sure-
mhm.
Pretty sure
I
the
used to-
Jews and Israelites have been eating that for years, thousands of years.
Yeah. When I was teaching up on Long Island, I started every morning with at least 2 bagels and lox
Oh,
bagels. I mean, cream cheese and lox bagels. 2 I'd have before I started teaching. Yummy.
I'm in the Pacific Northwest, Chris. I think it's illegal to buy salmon here. All the salmon rivers we got around here. If you ever admitted to buying salmon, oh my God.
Yep. Well,
It reminds me I
I
need to
never
go
bought
fish.
salmon. I never bought salmon when I lived in Alaska.
Yeah.
I went and caught it.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say it would be the same thing. It's almost illegal to buy. Growing up here, every house had an old refrigerator out back that had the guts taken out of it, and that was their salmon smoker.
Mm-hmm.
I could actually. There's the cutie. There's one of 3
One of 3 what?
cats.
All right.
We like that cat in the corner.
I thought you were pointing at Karen. I'm like, one of 3.
The one in between.
The one that's even
One of 3. You better not have 3.
No, God, no.
I mean, she's got 2 sisters?
I can.
Not handle one.
I'm not allowed to answer anything. Questions like that.
you see he changed his name there, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. I can't read it though. Hold on.
Oh, he's going for the glasses.
Oh.
Jason, mostly K.
Yeah, I don't think he spelled "and" right.
Probably not. It's my kid's computer, so it's however he spells stuff. It has auto.
Autocorrect.
Autocorrect is the enema.
Public enema.
That's funny. That's good.
Is that better?
Yes.
There you go. But if we're going to be pedantic about it, shouldn't that be a capital K?
Now you're.
His what?
I'm just gonna have to divorce you all.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time I've been divorced.
Me either.
I'll make it 3.
Would me? I'm a virgin.
Let me just tell you, Billy, there are cheaper hobbies.
Yes, indeed.
No, I don't doubt it.
I figure if this one don't last, it's been
That's
33 years, but if this one don't last, what I'm going to do is find an otherwise nice woman about every 10 years and just piss her off real bad and give her a house.
Give her a house.
It's
Yeah.
cheaper.
Well, I've heard it's cheaper to keep her, except maybe in Jason's case.
I
Wait,
figure,
what?
I think Linda and I are just too lazy to try to break in somebody new.
I know that feeling, Mark. Actually, I ain't found anybody else to put up with my BS.
And that's exactly what I was gonna say. That I don't think I could find anybody else to take care of me as well as she does.
Carrie
I
said
don't-
it's too much work to retrain somebody else. So she might as well keep me.
Yes, Mac, you are a minority. Mac said, never married, never divorced. I think I'm a minority, LOL.
Yep.
But it puts you in the smart end of the group. So keep that in mind later.
Yeah, but you miss out on so much never having had that experience, Mac.
Much
Either
room-
one of them.
Too much
Well-
room for activities. No, it's not. No. He's good.
Yeah, if my wife dies, I'm screwed.
That's what I say every day when I wake up.
Hey, Shady.
Hello, Shay.
And
Hello,
nobody want to
Shay.
put up with my old cranky ass.
Right? Who else can we find to put up with us? Yeah. But it's not a bad thing. You guys pick on me all the time, but I wouldn't trade her in for the world. Now she'd probably trade me in though, and you guys need to not ask her that. 'Cause I don't want to know the answer.
We don't have to ask.
No.
I
We
know.
already know the answer.
I know.
Yep.
I've been married 33 years, and believe me, there is nothing we could say that she hasn't thought of on her own.
True that.
Multiple times.
True stories, guys.
I've never. Max says right, Mark. I've never been a drunk, for instance.
Well, okay.
I've never been a drunk either. I've been drunk 2 or 3 times, but I've not been a drunk.
You're missing out.
Well, I tell you, I've never been drunk in my life. I don't drink.
Been there,
don't
done
either.
that, and bought the T-shirt.
Thing I've always said is when you wake up in the morning, that's the best you're going to feel all day, unless you drink.
Mm.
No,
I missed too much when I was drinking.
halfway through my second cup of coffee is the best I'm going to feel all day.
Amen, brother.
My second pot.
My first wake up, I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
Who am I?
First, second, or third wake up.
Yeah, well, there's truth in that one too. I'm kind of like Red Skelton anymore. Any morning I wake up and I don't see candles and smell flowers, I know it's going to be a good day.
Yeah.
Did you get done, Shaylee?
So, John, I don't have
Hey, Shay.
any more patterns ready to go yet, though.
Didn't you pull out a whole stack for you last weekend?
Yeah, well, she's pointing at them now. Thanks.
Oh, okay. All glad to help you, Jay.
Thanks.
What friends are for.
But we got some pieces to glue up and sand. We got some work to do.
I was told if you use a good scroll saw blade, you don't have to sand.
Not true.
Oh, see, no, you are absolutely correct.
No, you're not.
And no, my sanding that I need to do does not include my scroll saw lines by any means. My sanding I have to do is the boards I used were actually rough, so they need to be sanded top and bottom.
Oh,
But my blade lines and stuff, nothing has to be sanded. They're
hey,
all good.
Jason.
Yeah.
If you had sanded top and bottom before you cut them, you could have taken care of that step.
Yes.
Then you could have just sanded
Yeah.
once.
Well, no,
Pretty
but I
fucking
didn't
wood.
sand it to begin with, so
Oh,
I
sure.
planned on getting it. They're bowls, they're baskets, they're easy. Stack them all back together, run the palm sander on the top and the bottom, and it's done in 3 minutes. I mean,
Oh, okay.
it's pretty simple. It doesn't hurt them. They don't vibrate. They don't break.
Right.
It's pretty simple to clean up. So that's why they're easy projects. But you can take what I was trying to say earlier, without trying to take John's show. I was saying was simple projects like that, though, like the bowls or the baskets and stuff, are pretty straightforward and pretty simple. But you can turn a piece of scrap wood into a $12 or a $15 piece if you want to turn them around. They're fun to make, and a lot of people really like them. So
Yeah, I've got some of those patterns downloaded. I just hadn't got there yet.
I actually sold a couple. Not to brag or say anything like that. I'm not trying to say that by any means, but I got a couple of like one back by Karen's head there. They're 12-inch baskets, but finished, done. I was selling them for 49 or no, $40, $39.99. We're selling them. And I sold 12 of them in like a month and a half, 2 months. At $40 a pop, and they're 12-inch pieces of half-inch multi-birch. 12 by 12 piece can turn you, $40.
Sweet.
Yeah, we sold. I think one person alone bought 6 of them. And
Nice.
yeah, you can get lucky. I mean, you can get it here or there. And not saying that it's the most fantastic stuff to make, but you can get lucky sometimes in small towns, or having the townwide yard sales or the farmers markets and stuff on the weekends where you can actually show up and make some stuff, go sell it. I mean, people really dig this stuff.
Now, do you find that things come and go pretty quick? Like you'll sell a lot of them for a while and then suddenly it slows way down?
Yeah, like fads, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it depends on the season. Also, Christmas time, Thanksgiving or Halloween,
Yeah.
Christmas stuff really sells.
Yeah, I candy dishes and things like that, little platters, they sell like mad around Christmas time.
I did over 50 Steve Good keychains one Christmas.
Yeah.
And I was selling for $1 a letter. So I don't think I was like getting rich.
No, sure.
$1 a letter, but I was selling keychains, and we did over 50 of them last year.
Wow.
Wait,
Yeah.
we're not in this to get rich. Is that what you're saying?
No, you're not going to get rich off this. I mean, you can buy new tools and keep buying blades and probably more material, but you're not going to put any money in your pocket.
You know, it depends on what your emphasis is, but if you can make your hobby self-supporting, I'm all for it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a matter of being careful though what you do. I mean, there is
True.
you got to be careful. You can't step
I
on
just do
anybody
because I
else's
enjoy
toes.
it.
Yeah, but you can't step on anybody else's toes though either, and you gotta, you gotta stick with either patterns you make or somebody makes you or sells you. You gotta be careful with what you do. Though.
Right.
Yeah, Shay, most of your
Absolutely.
stuff sells for more than $300.
Let me see if I can find.
Yeah, I think the most expensive piece I've ever sold was probably maybe $100 bill. But I've sold a lot of small stuff though that is that's paid for everything else. I mean, I've sold a lot of stuff. I really have. I think we did a Bill Murray piece one time, and I think that sold for 50 or 75. I can't remember how much it sold it for. But it was just a portrait of Bill Murray. But the guy, I happen to know somebody that loved him, and he put it in his bathroom.
Do you mind if I screen share something, John?
Yeah, go ahead.
You ought to let him
Okay.
do it, huh, John?
Oh, I know.
Whoop.
Okay.
All right. I don't know. Can you see those?
Nope.
No.
Wait,
No?
you're not on yet.
Oh,
You're not
okay.
on yet.
Now.
Give me a sec.
Yeah, we
Okay.
see them now.
Okay. This is aromatic cedar. This is made out of one of those closet packs you go down and buy at like Home Depot or what have you. It's $30 for a pack of 1/4-inch thick cedar. And these little ovals, it's just got a silhouette of a sheep on it. And I engraved the silhouette and did a couple of, pinstripes around the edges. And then on the back side, I printed the name of the yarn shop my wife was a spinning instructor through. And I made about a half a dozen of these and took them in and gave them to the owner. And the aromatic cedar, they use it in their wool to repel moths.
Yep.
She saw that, and everybody that was in the shop wanted one right then and there. So I told her, well, okay, this is how much I need to get for them if you want to sell them. Out of that $30 closet pack, I made $400 off of these things.
There you go.
Exactly.
And
That's how you do it.
I made the sheep silhouette, and let's see, here the CNC machine carving alpacas, and I did some with rabbits and some with goats. But those suckers sold for about, oh my God, 3-4 months, and then suddenly it dried up, so I
Yep.
stopped making.
Yeah, and that's
I bet.
usually what happens. So, I
Yeah.
mean, you're going to have your crowd, especially if you're in a small town or a small
Uh-huh.
area, you're going to have your crowd that likes all your stuff,
Uh-huh.
and they're waiting for something new, you
Yeah.
know, and then they'll buy all that too.
Exactly.
Yeah, you just got to keep changing it up.
Exactly. And essentially what she was
Sometimes it's the
doing
simple
is
things.
selling her business card
Hmm.
to people
But
that
you're
was
right.
made out of aromatic cedar.
The simple things, though, that
Yeah.
does. Sometimes it's amazing. Like locally, we have a couple of big lakes and stuff.
Uh-huh.
So we have campgrounds
Yeah.
and stuff. So we have people that we can do different camp signs and different things
Yes.
done for. And those people will come and buy pots or these little baskets and stuff to put out in front of their camper for people to see all summer long. So
I can't remember his name, but there is a guy on YouTube who has a toy hauler, RV, and he drives around from RV campground to RV campground. Back in the toy hauler part, he has a very tiny workshop that he
That's
keeps
awesome.
sealed off from the rest of the RV, and he's got a scroll saw, he's got a couple of sanders, he's got a small CNC router, and he checks in with the office there at the RV place to make sure it's okay. And he throws up a bunch of signs outside the back end of his RV, and that's what he does is he sells stuff out of the back of his RV, just going from campground to campground.
yeah,
Not a plastic thing wrong with that either.
Because RV owners love camper signs. They just absolutely love them.
they do though. They love camper signs or anything to hang out in their yard or even in their camper. Those people will buy anything and everything.
Well, he'll make the little freestanding post that looks like road signs, crossroad signs, put his name on one, her name on the other, and just
Yep.
whatever up the post or what have you. I mean, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, that's a
biggest
big
seller
seller for RVers.
is a grumpy old bear and a little crow live here.
Yeah,
And,
there you go.
Another one is a duckle.
Yeah,
Your trash
wow.
can says trailer trash.
Yeah.
I have.
I know you're sitting so back. Wait.
Billy,
Oh,
yes,
look.
yes, you do, especially if that person sends you some cool material to play with.
That was an exception.
Yes, I know it was an exception. Have you done anything with that yet?
No, I
No?
have not.
Okay.
It's got to be something special.
That's what I said. But I figured after hauling it around for 20 years, it was time to start using it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's gorgeous wood.
Yeah, it is. The day I cut that stuff up, I took this piece of it and I just sprayed some polyurethane on it. And that's all that is.
Yep.
See how that flames?
Yeah, it's got
Oh.
some crazy figure.
It's called Kamani,
Okay, I'm gonna
It's
take-
from Hawaii.
Hawaii. You can't get it. It's endangered. You can't get it. But we had a row of Kamani trees on the road we lived on. And a big branch. That branch must have been 18 inches across at the base. They had a storm go through and it blew that branch down. And the guy who lived at the house where the branch fell, Idjit cut it up for firewood. And it's some of the curliest grain I've ever seen in my life.
Gorgeous.
It's so he couldn't split it, so he had a whole bunch of rounds. And he had to move, so I went down and grabbed as much of it as I could, and I cut it up on my bandsaw. And when I saw that grain and saw the figure in it, I was just like, holy cow.
Now, Billy, is that somewhat like the couple of pieces of ironwood I have?
No,
Is that similar?
no, it's not nearly as hard as ironwood. It reminded me kind of koa, another Hawaiian wood, or maybe macadamia, about that same hardness.
I've got a little bit of koa and a little bit of macadamia too, but not right
And
here.
but it because of the grain is so wild, it like curly koa, it likes to tear out on you really bad. But you got to be careful and know what you're doing. But it sure was pretty.
He made a coffee scoop handle for my wife, and he's got a video of it on his channel. If you go to,
In fact,
Billy
there
Burke,
is turning a
Messy
coffee scoop.
Studio. Yep.
That's a
You're breaking up.
quarter-inch piece on my.
Breaking up pretty bad.
You're roboting real bad, Jason.
Sorry.
What kind of wood is that again? Froze up.
Ironwood.
Ironwood. Okay, got it.
Oh,
that
yeah.
time.
I have two different pieces but they're only this big and they're 30 pounds.
Yeah.
I got some heavy.
Yeah, I've got some desert ironwood. It's hard stuff.
You got me digging through stuff now.
I should probably grab a scale, but this is a piece that came off from the one that I was just showing you. It's 2 1/4 by 11 1/4, like 1.5 inches thick. And if that
Was that in
doesn't
centimeters?
weigh 8 pounds, I'd be surprised. It's all there. It's don't even think about it.
Smack him, Karen.
I get that.
That is this would be good stuff that
I don't weigh
maybe
8 pounds.
yeah, it's pretty close. I think 5 to 8 pounds. I'd be surprised.
I can't remember the specific gravity of desert ironwood. I don't know if it'll sink.
But it'd be good wood to turn like into something, you know.
Oh yeah, it's hard. It turns beautifully, finishes beautifully. It dulls your tools quick, but that's why they make sharpeners.
Yeah. I actually did the Karambit knife with it. I know I showed you before, but the actual blade of the Karambit knife, I did a replica in wood with a cherry handle. And I was actually able to take this ironwood that I cut out in the shape of the blade, and I was actually able to take a regular knife sharpener and sharpen it, and it cuts paper. Yeah, which was kind of crazy. I don't know.
Wow.
I know I've shown you guys before, but
I'm a wood nerd. I collect up stuff like that.
yeah, and it's all wood. Oops, sorry, I was going the wrong way, Russ. It's your fault.
That's all right. I got enough.
I always point the wrong direction. But
How come
get
it ain't
this.
never Herb's fault?
well, because you're the one that doesn't know where to point.
Herb never does any wrong.
I never do point right. You're right.
Herb sitting back there being quiet, going, "Don't draw me into your private version of hell, buddy."
Don't tag me into that. Drag me into that
I'm
stuff.
just sitting here. I didn't do nothing.
Yeah, I heard about to fall asleep.
Oh shit!
Oh.
Well, didn't tell me she was back there. Dang it!
She snuck up on me.
Oh hell, I felt the brunt of it.
Oh, that's looking nice.
That is
Pansy.
pretty
Oh,
nice.
that is looking nice.
There you go.
That is
Looks good,
I
John.
like it.
Yeah.
love
So
the
then,
back. The
tomorrow-
backing. The backing.
So-
Tomorrow I'll cut the bird for the front of it for the third layer.
Cool. So, question:
Not,
Can be
not
so
too
nice.
yes.
the backer. Are you going to color that?
Yes. So the back. What I'm gonna do. So where the you can see the background and the flowers there. So
Right.
I'll color the
Mhm.
background of just where the flowers are. I'll color the leaves and the vine on the front side on the second layer, and then I'll color wherever the hummingbird lines up on the third layer. I'll color the background of that, so you have just the hummingbird in the front there.
So, what color are you going to use behind the flowers?
I'm thinking white and pink for like cherry blossoms.
Cool.
Okay.
That's
gonna-
pretty much what the glow, right?
That's going to be pretty, man.
Oh, that's a nice piece. That's a very nice piece.
Sexier than socks on a rooster, I tell
Too
you.
shabby for a picture from a coloring page, eh?
Okay?
Hey,
Yeah.
there were some great patterns in things like that.
You know
John.
what? The smart part is knowing to layer it, and that's what's really making it into something. That's the cool part. Layer it out.
Nice, everybody. So, anybody else want to talk about anything else?
Looks like Teresa's getting ready to pepper spray Russ.
Gus is gonna beat it.
Again?
Again.
For the most.
Getting that elbow, she fixing that elbow you.
Man, I tell you what, that shot hurt last time.
Should
That shot
have
you
crop
on my
dust him.
arm.
We was all showing off wood a second ago. If I ever get this shop up and running, I'm getting a drum sander. I got a bunch of redwood burl.
Oh, nice.
I'm going to make headstock veneers for guitars. And same thing with oddball chunks of like maple burl and things like that.
Oh, that's great stuff.
I'm just
You
gonna.
you gonna get a double head?
Yes, it's a dual drum. It's a friend of mine. He bought this house from a retired woodshop teacher. And the woodshop teacher, he had a couple of strokes and decided he couldn't work in his woodshop anymore. So when my friend bought the house, he said, "You're buying all the tools with it." My friend's not a woodworker. He says, "I don't need these tools." So he's sitting on a 24-inch dual drum sander,
What kind?
Grizzly,
Grizzly. Nice.
for $1,000. So they still make it. It's a $2,300 sander, and he says, "Give me $1,000, you can have it." I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah, that's not a bad price for a dual drum.
So
What grits you going to put on it?
probably, I'm thinking probably 150 and 180 because I prefer to hand sand with 220. And if I have to go coarser, I can go with like a 80 and a 100.
Mhm.
So it's a spiral strip that wraps around the drum.
Right.
So they're not too bad to change.
Now, John, you have a single drum, right?
I don't have.
I do.
I thought John had a drum.
I've got a single drum, 2550 Jet, 25-inch.
And now, does it oscillate up and down also?
No,
No.
not those drum sanders. The oscillating drum sanders don't oscillate this way. They oscillate this way.
Yeah. But they're talking about the big flat drums you send stuff through.
Yeah. Similar to a
They're-
thickness.
they're-
Yeah,
plane.
it's just
No,
very
no,
similar
no,
to a thickness planer.
I wasn't thinking like a planer. I was thinking like a jet table with the drum on the top.
Oh, the
Oh,
oscillating
yeah,
spindle
no, that
sander.
yeah, that's
No,
an
no, no,
oscillating spindle
no, no.
sander. I got one of those
Yeah,
too.
Yeah, I got one.
That's
that's
what
an
I was
oscillating
thinking.
That's a spindle sander. Whereas the one Mark and Billy are talking about are drums, so they're actually sitting horizontal. Probably 4 inch drums with a flat table. So as they send it through, it sands it down. Similar to a planer, only instead of a planer head, it's got sanding heads on it.
Right.
Right. It's got a conveyor belt that pulls it through and the whole thing.
So it's okay. No, I get it.
Shop's already
I
wired.
guess I haven't seen those that much. That's
Back in my cabinet shop days, we had one that was 50 inches wide and it had 4 belts on it.
Right.
And started out with 100 and went up to 220. And I mean, things just, we'd use it to thickness cabinet face frames and rough stock, and just come out of that drum sander or out of that wide belt and straight over to the sanding table where they'd touch it up with the 220 to remove any deep gouges and right off to finish. I fell in love with them. So,
the all I've ever used was a joiner and a planer.
I've
A
got
jointer.
those too, but
I don't have a joiner. I can join
got
on
a
my
jointer.
table saw.
And I have joiner, a biscuit joiner.
Mac, you think
I used to have. I
was-
used to have a biscuit joiner. No, I still do. I bought a used one, but that's the only joiner I have. I don't have a jointer.
Mac,
I-
you think I was looking awful nervous and she came over and she brought in a pair of scissors. And I thought, well, it's
My
either
jo-
a stabbing or cutting my
got
hair.
it.
I've been dead 24 years ago.
What were they?
Now, you're being stupid.
Wasn't the biscuit joiners the good one? Freud
You are being.
did the biscuit joiners.
Yeah, I got a Freud biscuit joiner. I got a Delta jointer.
Yeah, yeah.
A 6-inch jointer. I've only used it probably 4 times.
I use my joiner quite often. Remove
I
cups
don't
from
do
woods and
I
stuff
don't
like
do a
that.
lot of big joinery. That's why I got my
Russ is
planer.
about to get a haircut, so
Yeah, I use my table saw for stuff like that. I've got a special board that I use to put the pieces on that I know is flat, straight, and parallel, and I'll get me a smooth edge off of that, and if I want to flatten it out, I'll shim it up using a similar kind of thing that I run through my planer.
Well,
And
now
I'll
I got
shim
my
up the high
reverse blade.
spots and run it through, and it works great.
The only thing about doing that on a planer, and it depends on who's doing it and how you're doing it and everything else, is the feed rollers will just crush it down, and then that cup will come right back as soon as it comes out the other end.
Not if you've got it shimmed up.
Well, that's what I'm getting at. It depends on who's doing it and how they're doing it. But I just a couple of passes over the jointer so I can get it for the most part flat. I'm good.
Right.
Then just plane
Well,
do all my planing.
I also got an auxiliary table my planer so that I don't end up with a little snipe on it either because of the freaking in-feed out-feed
Yeah.
tables.
Right.
Even though I got those leveled straight flat too, but you still end up with snipe on them. So that's
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
still
you're
going to
fine.
get a little snipe.
You're going to. About the only way you avoid it is use a sacrificial piece to get it started through, and then put
Yep.
your work pieces, which is what I normally do.
seeing a drum sander, it would actually get rid of paint or anything like that. You're actually sanding, not cutting.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you're
end up
sanding it.
with a lot nicer piece, right?
Yes, but if you're dealing with scroll work, you want get a 16-inch open-ended drum sander, double head. This is the best one to get for scroll work because that you can actually watch it go through and control it as it goes through.
Good to know.
If you're gonna look into one.
I just put the link on the inside chat here, the private chat. I just put the link to the drum sander that I'll be getting. So
Yeah.
French.
crash.
Oh.
I know we're all looking now.
Yeah. It's the Grizzly
Wait for the
1066Z.
fucking Josh Grover. That was a while ago now, though, right?
Oh.
I didn't hear that, but that was a while ago.
Anyway, fellas, I think I'm gonna get off here.
All right, Herbie.
Y'all
Yep,
take
I'm
care.
shutting this down,
See
right?
you later, Herb.
I'll see y'all later.
Take care, Herb.
Great. Have a good one, Herb.
Yeah,
Chris, all
I
right.
use my drum sander primarily to flatten and smooth segmented bowl rings when I'm doing segmented bowls and vases.
Yep. If you're doing miter joints or making face frames or anything like that, segmented pieces like you're talking
Yep.
about, they're
And
a
the
godsend.
the panels that I made, the end panels and the glued up panel doors that I made
Mhm.
for my kitchen island, I ran them through there too.
Glued up panels.
Yep, works great.
So it's good for obviously cabinet making and stuff, though.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, yeah, cabinet
a lot of
making,
stuff.
picture frames,
Wood turning.
Yeah, if you're gluing up a bunch of pieces for just about anything. Cutting boards.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
nice,
really good for cutting boards,
yeah, it's a nice piece.
especially
Well,
end grain.
Have you any of you guys done? Because I know that we have scrollers, turners, and bandsaw guys always in our group. A buddy of mine a few years ago was doing cheese, whatever they're called, to put cheese and crackers on.
Oh, charcuterie boards.
Boards.
And he had a time to like local business in the town and jump and drop off. Getting rich off it. They sold.
Man, you froze up.
Yeah,
Alright.
we're losing you.
I know our internet sucks. Still, John has better internet for month.
That's if you want to get a drum sander for scroll work, that's what you want to look at.
Now,
So it's open ended on the one side, so you can actually run like 48 inches through it if you need to. Just flip it over, flip it around.
Yeah, that's like my 2550. It'll do 25, and if you flip the board around, you can do the other side and do 50.
now, have you noticed
But
any?
I don't do anything nearly that wide.
Have you noticed any kind of deflection on that?
No,
The head kind of.
no.
If you try to sand too aggressive, no, you've not noticed any.
Well, you probably would, except the way this particular sander is made. It's not like my 1020, which was completely open ended. The 2550 is open ended, except there's when you can align it, and there's basically an end cap that keeps it the same thickness all the way, and so you can remove that for the wider stuff.
Okay.
But I have not noticed it. I did notice it on the 10-inch a few times. I've not noticed it on this one at all. But this one also has, you set the speed of the conveyor belt, but it's got what it calls smart feed. So if it detects resistance or whatever, it actually slows the conveyor belt down.
Right. Yeah, that's what this Grizzly has too.
So it's pretty cool.
Kind of like the Milwaukee Impacts. They do that now.
Right.
So Josh, that one's made through King Canada. It's on sale right now for $1,600.
Mm-hmm. I understand
That's
the
Canadian,
question.
so it's
Though.
like $800
That was my
American.
question too, with that arm hanging out over, suspended. You would wonder if there was any flex, and
There really isn't. The way they're building them with the frame that it moves up and down on is pretty substantial, as is the frame that holds the drum. But with
And-
Jet adding that removable end cap to they've added it. I think I don't remember if it's on the 1632. I don't think Jet has an 1836. If they do, it's on that. They do have a 2244, and it is on that one.
Well, you're also got to remember that you're sanding, not planing, so you're not trying to take a 1/4 inch of material off. At a time.
No, this thing is set
Sure.
so you're only removing the suggested amount is a 64th of an inch at a time.
Right, exactly.
So
You're
if you're trying to thickness plane with this, or if you're trying to thickness with this sander, it's gonna take you a while.
yeah, you're not. That's not what it's made for. It's made for sanding, not for planing.
Right.
that makes more sense than on why it wouldn't be,
Yeah.
moving,
And there are times, depending on what I'm running through it, I won't go a 1/4 turn on the wheel is a 64th of an inch. There are times I won't go a 1/4 turn. I'll go an 1/8 of a turn and do 1/28 of an inch.
Yeah, they're just for sanding. They're not for thicknessing.
No, I'm just trying to get rings flat
Yeah, so I hear you.
or panels. Because I don't care how careful you are. I don't care how good your glue up technique is. If you're gluing panels together and you start with wood that's all the same thickness, you're not going to end up with a panel that's completely flat and all the same thickness. It's just not going to happen. Even if you use biscuit.
That's
Thing
right.
the biscuit joints are good for is alignment. They're not good for strength at all. They don't help anything, but they do help you align a panel if you're gluing it up.
Yep.
So you're going to need something to clean it up.
Yeah, so it won't help with square.
Now, I could have used this 25-inch planer when I built my my workbench, because that top is all glued up, 1.5-inch material, and it's 24 inches wide. So I could have run that sucker through there without any problem, instead of having to do what I did, and that was use an electric planer to try to get it all nice and flat.
So you need to make friends with somebody who has a CNC router.
Or you can have John do it with his router sled.
Exactly.
I could have built a router sled for it, but I chose not to.
I don't know if he's gonna be able to come back in. Oh, there he is.
Yeah, he's back. You.
Yeah, you dropped off for a sec.
And you're roboting bad again.
And you're roboting again. But that's fine, because we're actually gonna end the show. So thanks guys for being here. Thanks, Jason.
And they
for
came
scrolling
back
us on
with
show.
and when they came back, the camera was wow. And when you came back, the camera was flipped. Now Karen's on the other side of you.
Isn't that weird?
Shay, what do you want to see?
I don't know what happened.
Hey, Greg, how's it going? We're just sitting all
Greg,
down.
you're just in time for us to say
Just in
goodnight.
time to say
Yeah.
goodnight, buddy.
So I think
Shay, what do
she
you wanna
wants
see?
to see. I think she wants to see your hummingbird.
Did
Well,
you
I
want to see
was
this?
wondering what she meant by that.
No, she wants to see your hummingbird. Numb nuts.
You gotta be careful.
She want to see my
Your
scar.
cut.
My cut? Yeah,
Oh.
see my cut. That's it. See? She want to see my cut.
Oh,
Look, it's
rock
like-
down. That was.
You You want to see this cut? I'll show you this cut again then.
Why y'all want to do her like that?
Because I had surgery.
Make yourself
So easy.
make yourself bigger, John.
No, she wanted to see my surgery scar.
Well, that's what his wife told him too.
But
Okay, there you go.
He's got a really weird belly button now. Yeah,
That's nice though.
Yeah, that is really nice.
that is
And then
wicked
tomorrow,
nice.
like I said,
She
tomorrow
said
I'll
yes,
cut
wood cut. She's going, no, no, no.
Tomorrow I'll cut the hummingbird for the front side, and then I'll color it on with pencil crayons, which is not paint, Josh.
You say you're going to color it with crayons?
Pencil crayons, like I did my turtle box. Remember the
You mean
turtle box I
colored
did?
pencils?
He's-
Yeah,
Yeah,
you-
pencil crayons.
Down here we call them colored pencils.
Well, they're pencil crayons.
So they're really not crazy.
No,
No, crayons are
either
wax.
crayons or
Crayons
colored
are wax.
pencils. Or
Oh, see, these are American because they spell colored wrong on them.
Oh, you mean they spelled it the correct way
Yes.
No,
without the extra
What-
vowels?
what are you?
they spelled it without a U, so it's colored pencils.
Shaylee said stain it. I would say dye it.
No, I don't want to stain it because I want I want it all different colors, and I can't. I could do like a tie dye stain on it, but it wouldn't be the same effect that I go with.
No.
So
You could have
some
popped
colored
all
pencil
too.
crayons.
You could have popped in the layers.
No, it won't have the same effect.
In Tennessee,
anyway,
they say crayon funny.
crayon.
Crayon?
No, they say crown.
Crown? Oh, okay.
Crown, really? It's
Huh.
crayon. How do you
Oh,
get
crayon.
crown out of CRAYON?
How they get dog out of DOG?
I
How do you
don't
dig
know
it,
what they do.
I like Krylon.
Lazy American speak.
No, baloney is the worst word we ever had.
Yeah.
Baloney is
Baloney's
the
not
worst word
American,
in the
though.
American language.
Bologna.
Yes. So stupid.
How do you make it sound like baloney?
That is the worst word in the American language.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how you got baloney out of Bologna.
Telling you.
Don't get me started. Don't get me. I'm a word nerd. Don't get me started.
That's the worst
All right.
word, though.
All right. So, thank everybody for being on the panel. Thanks for in the chat. We'll call it. Have a good night. Stay safe. Take care, and we'll see you all
As
tomorrow.
Shaylee said, thanks for the heart attack.
Have a happy, y'all.
Yay.
Y'all have a good night.
Hopefully,
night,
it's going to be on tomorrow.
There's John Scar.